Good morning. Welcome to your practice, to our practice. So set up your music to Svadhistana. Anytime you prefer, go without it. Especially once we've been going, now that we're halfway through the 40 days, we have a familiarity with the rhythm, with the pace, and so making it your own becomes more and more important. And if that means going without the music, then that's fantastic. Absolutely. Good morning. Hello, Anne. Hello, Lori. Hello, Michelle. So if we think about this range that we are building, an ability to feel loss, and many times we can be surprised by loss. And instead it's so valuable to practice because it is something that's happening every day. It is something to become skillful at releasing, at knowing that everything we have, one day we won't. And sometimes that just sort of stops your circuits and we can't function. And yet by acknowledging something that is so irrefutable, it gives us a deeper participation. That loss is there to keep us awake to what we have in the moment that we have it. It's to keep us awake to other people and what they lose each day, what we lose each day, and each minute going by, it is passing. Each sunset bringing a new pause. And so getting better at that release is a great quality of freedom. And as things become more meaningful, we begin to gather them in and celebrate them more fully, more clearly. The smallest of things gain value. And so this range begins to grow. And sometimes that range can feel disconcerting. There is a word in Sanskrit, upeksha. One definition of equanimity, upeksha, means to stand in the middle. The Buddha taught that we are continually being pulled in different directions. We are conditioned to either move toward the things or people we desire, or away from the things or the people we are opposed to. We want what we don't have. We turn away from what we do have. We all find ourselves in awkward and uncomfortable situations in our postures and in our life. The goal is to keep coming back to the center amid our life. Equanimity can provide acceptance. It's the art of meeting life as it meets you, calmly, without drama, without fuss. And when we stand in the middle, we cease to battle. We cease to battle with ourselves. We cease to run to try to be somewhere else or to be somewhere different from where we are now. So upeksha is this arriving. It's not just the middle, it's the participation of being in the thick of it. Palms together, heart high. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. Outside and in, we are guided. Tune into this 3 times. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. shoulders, roll your wrists. Come to lie down on your back. The playlist begins at Take My Leave of You. It's the second track. All the things that we will leave behind today. Arms wide or overhead. Arching the back, sink the shoulders, sink the hips. Rounding the back. Drawing down into the floor, tip of the tail. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. And just begin to feel all the losses we've been skirting. What happens when we let them into the body? Let them through the breath, passing on. All the way into the hips and the low belly. Continue just this way, 2 minutes. It may slow, it may quicken, but make the movement more and more your own. As though you were waking. A little cat stretch in the morning. Pausing. Widen your heels so the feet can feel the outside edges of the mat. Allow your knees to fall left. And then allow your knees to fall right without pushing or twisting. An effortless wash. Draw your breath deeper down into the abdomen, allowing the breath to make space between your hips and your heart. Feel the feet roll from the outside to the inside, side to side. And again, this letting go of the grip of your hips, letting go of any grip in the breath through the diaphragm, through the spine. And with this opening of the body, becoming more fluid, other things have an opportunity to be left behind that you may not even perceive intellectually, but you can simply release from the body. A little lighter, just for 10, 9, 8, 7. And pause in the center. Draw your left knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers over your shin. Let your right leg go long. Flex, roll the ankles. And right knee to the chest, out wide to the right. Extend your leg. Knee to the chest, out wide. Extend your leg. And then reversing, going wide into the center, extend your leg. Knee wide into the center, extend your leg. Little at a time. And change. Holding the right shin, left leg long, flex, point the feet, space between the toes. And knee to the chest, out to the left, and extend. And in, and wide, and extend. Reversing. And as we grow more skillful with loss, with letting things pass through us, we actually become more skillful at releasing a mood or news that is upsetting, triggers. Pause. Right foot flat, left ankle over the right knee. Lift your head, shoulders, and draw your knee towards your chest. Inhale as you open wide. Exhale as you bring it in. To open and to close. And 2. Good, and 1. Excellent. Changing, left foot down, right ankle to cross, head, shoulders to lift. Any support if you need it, or modification, hold the backs of your thighs. Open and close. One more, bring it in. And feet to the floor. Hands on thighs, press away and feel the space. Bring your breath deeper down into the abdomen. Can you lengthen the belly with your breath? Widen it. Put the soles of your feet together. Let your knees go wide. And in this posture, feel your breath expand your chest. The way the ribs lift and widen and return. And bring that same sensation of lifting and widening down into the pelvis. Even though it doesn't move that way, as you breathe in, bring that sensation, that awareness. Good. Bring your feet flat to your knees together, your hands wide or overhead. And then knees open and close. You come to the outside edges of your feet and then feet flat. Draw your navel towards your spine. Anchor your low back toward the floor, and this will help to relieve the inner hip and let you move more fluidly. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Notice the low belly. Heels a little bit closer. Stand in your heels to lift your hips. Keep your feet together. And then inhaling, the outer feet to the floor, knees open, exhale, knees together. So keeping the hips off the floor as you can. Inhale, open, exhale, close. For 3, for 2, and for 1. And bring it down. Draw your knees up to your chest, draw your heels up high. Inhale your heels apart and drop to the left side. Arms wide. Right foot on the left. Back through wide legs. And left foot on right. Moving side to side. Heels wide, knees bend, feet flat, hands on thighs to pause. The belly opening long and smooth. Knees to the chest. Wag your tail, shake out your feet. And roll up into a cross-legged seat, into a wide-legged seat. Perfect. Knees bent as they need to be. If they're up, prop them with blocks. Interlace your fingers. And right from your seat, out into the knuckles. And from your seat into the heels. Through the backs of the legs, rooting back down, Muladhara, from the pelvic floor to the feet, and from that base up into the hips. Reverse your direction. Good. Reverse your direction, smaller, closer. Find the circle of your seat and move from the low abdomen. And then reverse your direction. And then pause at the center, hands to thighs, notice hips, legs, toes, belly, low back. And bring your feet together, bend your knees, toes point up. You're seated in the middle of your blanket or your bolster. Hands out, thumbs up, fingers in. As you draw back, it's an exhale. As you draw forward, it's an inhale. And as you come forward, if you choose, hands apart, exhale together. In, out. Five, four, three, two, one. Cross your legs, hands up high, make little cups. Inhale. 3 more sips, fill it. Heart up, chin in, and pulse the pelvic floor. In your mind, repeating Svadhistana, Svadhistana, Svadhistana. Home, home, home. Keep it going, breathing out, breathing in. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Breath out, elbows down. Notice. Bring your blocks up to the top. And unfold your blanket one time behind you. Blocks ahead of the little toes and just outside. 2 fists fit between your feet. Fingertips out, seat down. Lift your thumbs, lift your heart to stand tall. Inhale, up and out. And then sitting. Ribs down, hands down, head down, lengthening. To rise. And to sit. Inhaling up and down. One more, fold and unfold, heels down, abdomen opens, hands widen, knees bend, hands to blocks, left foot steps back, left knee down to the blanket, hands up high. Dropping your hands, hips shift back and forth. Keep your back toe tucked under. Use your front heel to move yourself forward and back. Open the left side of the pelvis, hands up and down to the blocks. Stepping up, sitting down, widen up. Knees bend, hands wide, right foot back, right knee down, and hands high and down. Modification if you need it. Give yourself support with the left hand on the thigh. Open the right side and hands to the blocks. Stepping up. Sitting down, hands wide, inhale up. And again, knees bend. Step your left foot back, left knee down. Inhale up and down. Let your right hand hold the left wrist and move forward and back. And pause. Letting the left hip wrap forward, letting your right knee bend and the chest to rise. Set down, left foot will step up. Sit down, sweep wide. And bend. Right foot back, right knee down, hands up high, forward and back. The left hand will hold the right wrist and the hips will continue forward and back. And you'll explore into the outer and front hip, right rib, right shoulder. And as you come forward, let it slow down and pause. Hands down. Setting the blocks aside. Find a high plank so that you can bring your pelvis right over the center of your blanket and belly down. Little bend in the knees as you straighten to lift the chest, elbows in. Bend your knees, child's pose, fold and forward. Little rock. If your low back is tender, keep your head low. If there's a little more space, as you lift your heart, lift your head and fold. Rolling your weight through the front of the abdomen and folding to open the back of the abdomen. Work right here as you choose. Or rocking forward, pause, elbows in and look to the right and to the left and to the center and to fold. Forward. Rise up, look right, look left, and look up. To fold back, tuck of the chin, toes together, forearms down, palms together, thumbs up, head down between your arms, and pause. Breath down in the abdomen, opening the low back, dropping into the belly. Walking up, fold your blanket in half. Build your seat. Legs crossed. Bring your blocks out in front. So simple. Imagine if you could expand how much you love your loves. Just by doing this each day. Keep it that simple. Hands up. As your hands come down, fingertips forward or to the sides, press your outer feet down to lift your hips, and then inhale up. So hands and feet press, tuck of the chin, lift your belly. And it's really to activate the low belly, drawing up into the body. Inhale. Take out all the drama as though you were rising right into the center. It's so simple. Press straight down to rise straight up. And this time, once you have your alignment, you press and you pause. Outer feet down, hands down, stay 3. Hugging your shins together, 2. Sitting down, let it out, rise tall. And set down, press, stay. 3, 2. Sit down, rise up. And press, stay. And rise. Good. Up and down. That's all we ask. That we're building the amplitude of that center point. For 3. 2. Good. Last time. And then keeping your hands up high, little cups. Inhale. 3 more sips. Fill it. Heart up, chin in, and pulse the pelvic floor. Repeating in your mind, Svadhistana. As you need to, breathing out, breathing in, continue that pulse. 5, 4. And pause, breath out, elbows down, hands down. Palms almost to touch. Inhale, open, exhale, almost close. That's simple. Feel how it rocks the seat. You're moving from the hips, and your arms are following the movement of your spine. So as our watery low belly learns that it's okay to move a little more than we have, this influences the heart. Until we can imagine how beautiful we are, how lovable we are, that we can feel our own magnificence. And in that feeling of our magnificence, we feel the magnificence that made us. And some days we need that reminder more than others. So the hint of a smile, move from the seat, shoulders stay soft. 2 more minutes, just this way. Keep softening the shoulders. Keep the movement initiated from the seat. Hands wide, inhale, bring it up, heart up. Inhale, 3 more. Tuck your chin, pulse, pulse. Pulse the pelvic floor. Svadhistana, Svadhistana, Svadhistana. Breathing out, keep it going. Breathing in. Pausing the breath, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2. And release the breath, the elbows, the hands. Sva is the self. Adhistana is the dwelling place. Where does the self dwell? At home. Your home expands. It's not momentary. Hands up high. And then down, hands to blocks, press, and hold that home space. Sit down, inhale up. Adding Mula Bandha if you can. Press, pause, gather the pelvic floor up toward the navel. And sit down. Breathe all the way out. Pause the breath out. And inhale. First 2 fingers come together. Last 2 fingers fold in, held by the thumbs. Good. Most modified, elbows bend. Next, elbows lift, hands back. Full posture, arms are straight and down. Eyes closed with no hurry in the body. Move from the seat through the spine and draw energy up into the fingers beyond the head. Each inhale, a little thread of light from the pelvic floor up through the spine, up to the crown. Hands high, normal breathing, just pausing, opening the elbows, dropping the shoulders. Open the fingers, out through the fingers, out through the wrists. Let the hands widen and descend. Upeksha is the center point. From here we can accept a higher perspective. We can feel ourselves, we can feel our lives without shame, without avoidance. Stay seated if you choose, classically done seated, or come to stand. It helps a lot if you are uncomfortable with so much sitting. Wag your tail, shake out your hands, thumbs to the palms, fingers over the thumbs, forward roll, right there. Steady, long, smooth breath. 4 minutes, just you with you today. Finding that tumult, that current, the freedom, and the center point. Twenty seconds. Find your current. Find your flow. Find your center. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Make tight fists, cross your forearms, hold the breath in, press, heart up, chin in, heels down, press, hold, seal, become, stay. Exhale all the way out. Inhale. Tight fist, cross the forearms, hold the breath, press, heart up, chin in, heels down, pelvic floor to lift if you can. 4, 3, 2, and release, hands, breath, bind. Out the fingers, out the feet, down to a cross-legged seat. Hands on blocks gives you a little forward fold. Inhale up and fold. Good. Simple, steady. Finding the hinge in your hips. Find your outer feet to the floor. Move from your low belly. So here's one. Next modification, hold opposite elbows, hands the height of your forehead, folding and rising. working there, or holding opposite elbows, elbows over the shoulders, folding until the forehead may meet the floor. Take your time, there's no hurry. One more. And the left hand down and the right hand to reach across. Then the right hand down and the left hand to reach across. Side to side. Keeping your seat to the floor, feel the outer hip, the outer waist. Feel the sides of your spine. And keeping that awareness in your spine, work here or going on palms together. And you're moving, and on the exhalation, as you lean to the right, exhale, navel to spine, and it holds you. And you begin to engage that low belly even as you breathe into the chest without losing that little anchor, the base body. Thumb to the forehead center to explore going on. Keeping your seat, holding the low belly to the back. If you like, hands up high. Soften the elbows, soften the hands, just almost to touch. In the last 30 seconds, allow it to quicken. And by quickening, it loosens. It grows a little smaller. Three, two, hands high, little cups, inhale, 3 sips, and pulse the pelvic floor. Breathing out when necessary, breathing back in, keep the pulse, and the pulse, and the pulse. Svadhistana, Svadhistana, Svadhistana. Chin up. Elbows come to land and notice. Bring your feet flat, come to lie down on your back. Seated right in the middle of your blanket, shoulders to the floor, knees bent. And as you lie back, interlace your fingers at the base of your neck, the base of your skull, elbows wide, and just settle. Press the back of the head lightly and float your heart. Widen your elbows and let your spine lift. Draw your hips towards your heart, arching the back the way we began. And use the breath to lengthen the front body. Working there, or just lift the hips, press the heels down, up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Small, soft. Five, 4, 3, 2. Set it down, walk your feet out, heels down, breath down into the belly, and without moving the pelvic floor, repeat Svadhistana into that bowl of light that you've made. Release the repetition and keep the breath into the pelvis. Walk your feet in. Turn to the right. And make your way up to your seat. Legs crossed, heart high. Pause your playlist if it goes on. Sitting tall. Let the heart come high, let the chin tuck in. Any adjustment, any socks or blankets that you might need. And as you arrive, floating the left hand to thumb, first fingertip touch and let it drop. So from the shoulder to the hand is open. From the back of the ear through the shoulder to the hand is open. Left shoulder equals right. Left hip equals right. The spine between. We give a structure to the physical body. Keep adjusting as you notice, as you settle, and let the breath be free internally. Back of the neck long, the chest broad. The right hand, first two fingers together, folding down. The fourth fingertip crosses over to the left inner eye and slides down the side of the nose to close just above the flare of the nostril, in and out through the right evenly. The breath becomes silky. The body becomes ordered and awake. Feel the right side all the way from the toes to the hand. Release the fourth finger, the right thumb to the right inner eye corner, down the side of the nose, close above the flare of the nostril, in and out through the left. The left side breath organizing and igniting the left side body, the right side brain. Breathing in the mouth. Breathe out the mouth. Close the mouth in the left. 2, 3, 4. Close left, out right. 2, 3, 4. In right. Out left. 2, 3, 4. In left. 2, 3, 4. Out right. 2, 3, 4. In right. Out left. Continue. Complete the left side exhale, right hand down to breathe in through both. And out both. Back of the neck long, eyes closed, body quiet. The second round. Right hand, first two fingers folding in. Right thumb closes the right side, breathe in the mouth. Out the mouth. Lips together, in left, 2, 3, 4, out right, 2, 3, 4, in right. Out left. Continue. Continue. Conclude the left exhale, right hand down, breathing in both. Breathing out both, eyes closed, back of the neck long. Final round with a hold. So the first two fingers folding in, the thumb closing the right side, breathe in the mouth. Out the mouth. In left, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out right, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In right, pause, out left, pause, in left, fill the chest, pause full, out right, navel to spine, pause empty, in right, fill the chest, pause full, out left, pause empty, continue. Complete the left side hold and right hand down. 1 minute. Be still. The center point, the stillness. That this can see all things, feel all things, accept and release all things. Deepening your breathing, draw on that energy. Call it into your cells, call it into your body, call it into your movement. Sweep wide, reach high. Palms together, exhaling, thumb to forehead. A last inhale, Sat Nam, 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for your practice, for your time. How amazing. Today is March 3rd. In 12 days it is March 15th. In 12 days we have been here 365 days. Keep coming. You are building range, increasing your capacity to release, to feel, to love, to be loved. And it isn't an intellectual activity. You are increasing the capacity of your body to receive and release, to revere, Start there, trust the process. See you tomorrow, noon, Thursday, noon, Friday, and 9:30 on Saturday. Sat Nam.